All right. We should be good to go, ladies.
Okay, hi everybody. It's our Learning Curve Summit, and we have myself, Chairwoman Lisa Krutbosch, and Valerie Mercado, our Vice Chair. Yay!
Yay.
And our special guest today, right now, is Chelsea from Joy, and we're talking to Shell Beach. Chelsea, we're talking to Shell Beach businesses today, kind of. To find out how things have been going for them with all of the streetscaping that's been going on, and of course with COVID hitting the local restaurants. So, Chelsea, how have you been doing in Shell Beach?
Hanging in there. Still here. Just started. We're back to 7 days a week, which is nice. But hanging in there so far, so good.
So talk a little bit about what Joy is for those maybe that haven't had the luxury of checking you out and trying what you guys have available.
Sure. We are a juice shop, so we make cold pressed juice. We do acai bowls. We have organic frozen yogurt, non-dairy. We focus on creating really delicious items that support the immune system and help reduce inflammation. So inflammation is a big issue in all of our lives right now.
It really is.
And I personally love food and I love to eat. So I created this so I could do all the bad things I enjoy doing and share it with everyone else so they could continue doing it too.
Nice. Good deal.
Yeah.
How long have you guys been open? How long have you been there?
3 years now.
Wow.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations to you. When is your anniversary?
It was April 13th.
Oh, in the middle of COVID.
Yes. It came and went.
Aw. Well, when it's all over, we'll have to come out and celebrate with you.
I agree. That'll be fun.
So tell us about some of the more popular items that you have there, because now, I'm very curious myself.
So the cool thing about us is our cold pressed juice. We try and use all of our ingredients across the board. So we'll use our cold pressed juice and make it into a smoothie or a smoothie bowl. So some of our most popular items that you can't get anywhere else, we do a Blue Magic bowl, which is our green juice, which don't get scared. It's spinach, cucumber, lemon, lemongrass, and basil. So we take that and we blend it with pineapple, frozen pineapple and frozen banana, and we put blue-green algae in it. So then we top it with granola and fresh fruit. Right now we're using kiwi and banana and toasted coconut. But it's really filling. And we do raw almonds on that also. That's
Nice.
super popular, really delicious. It's great for reducing the inflammation. It's good for your immune system, great for your lungs, great for joint pain, good pre and post workout. The other popular bowl we do is our ruby bowl, which we make with our ruby juice, which is a good juice for supporting the liver. It's good for pre and post wine drinking.
Ah.
That's my go-to. It's also good for lowering blood pressure, and we focus on using the low glycemic fruits in this one. We also focus on keeping sugar levels down, but that bowl is made with our ruby juice, which is spinach, pineapple, green apple, red beet, turmeric, and black pepper blended with acai, blueberries, and strawberries. And then we top it with granola, blackberries, blueberries, and strawberries and walnuts. And it's really good. So those are our popular bowls. People love our avocado toast, and we do our gold juice is super popular right now because it's really great for the immune system. It's great for the lungs. It's great for reducing blood pressure and supporting the liver. So those are really popular items right now.
Wow. Sounds
Those
like
sound
everybody
delicious.
needs to make a stop in there.
Yeah.
It's
Right?
so good. It's so
They
good. I
sound
don't get sick of it.
they sound super good.
One of your
Yeah.
customers, Effie McDermott, is saying that you've kept her alive during the.
Uh, who's she kidding? She's keeping me alive.
Effie keeps all of us
Effie's one of
alive.
our biggest. She's one of our biggest supporters, and I'm so thankful for her.
Aw, that
As
is
we
super
all are.
sweet.
Effie's a
Yeah.
great lady. Yeah.
She's incredible.
Yeah.
She really is.
Really is.
She really is.
Love Effie.
Aw. And so what is your serving situation? So talk a little bit about, to-goes or call-ins or ordering online or, everything's changed now. So
We're doing it all now. It's crazy. It's fun. So we do walk-up service as long as people are wearing a mask when they come. If they don't, we could give them a mask. We do online orders, phone-in orders, paying over the phone. But if you want to pay cash, you've got to order when you get here.
okay.
Yeah,
Hey
and we're doing
there.
all to go. All to go. We've got seating outside now, so you can hang out if you want to. We're trying to keep everyone physically distanced and wearing masks when they're in line, just to keep our community safe and everyone in line safe and healthy, and as well as my employees for sure.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. So it looks like we've just been joined by Tom. Hi, Tom, from Central Coast
Hey.
Kayak, and Brian from Shell Beach Law Group.
Yay.
Brian,
Shell Beach is in the house.
Shell Beach is in the house.
All my favorite people.
Good to have you guys for sure.
Thanks for having us.
For sure.
Thank you. So how has the streetscape helped you or hindered your business right now?
Me?
I'll answer that
Or-
one.
Chelsea, or we're still on Chelsea, right?
Okay, yeah, focus on Chelsea.
Sorry, we'll make our way around.
Sorry.
How has it helped or hindered my business? I believe it will definitely help the business. I'm starting to see it helping. It didn't help when it was happening for sure, but we're starting with the path on the other side and people using that actively now. That has definitely helped. A majority of the paving's been done, so we've got some parking opening up, and we're not seeing as many roadblocks in front of our shop now. So people are able to access us now, which has been wonderful. So that will definitely help.
So during that time, though, did you feel like, during the improvements, did you feel like the local community was still really coming out to try to support you as much as they could?
Honestly, no. we had a handful of our local community that have been amazing. Effie being one of our biggest supporters. It was frustrating for the community that lives here because they were blocked getting to where they needed to go to too. So the people that lived here, it wasn't easy to walk on because there's holes, there's ditches, there's so much going on, and it wasn't really a safe walking environment for a long time. And then they're stopping, it's basically a 1-lane road for a majority of the day, and they're trying to get to their jobs, the grocery store, pick up their kids, get to the doctor. So our community was avoiding wherever the construction was at the time. So they'd either head north or they'd head south to get on the freeway to avoid Shell Beach Road altogether. And I myself did it as well. You know, I'd take the freeway to get to my shop, and I live on Leeward. So it was an obstacle course for a long time.
But you could definitely see the benefits long term of the
Absolutely.
streetscape.
Absolutely. It's going to be incredible.
Nice.
And we're already seeing the benefits with, Brian will speak to it too, where he calls it the COVID highway, our walkway, because during COVID, everyone was using that for exercise and walking. And so that's been a blessing during this time.
Because everybody's passing. Now there's a few questions about you're offering packs. So what is Effie's mentioning something, and Denise is asking.
Juice Club, I think, is what she's referring to.
Okay.
Yeah, so we offer a juice club. It sells out pretty quickly. You can order it online in advance, and it's a group of all of our juices, and I'm doing local delivery.
Oh.
For our Shell Beach people.
Okay, so
we
can put the link. I mean, it sells out quickly. Are we able to put a link on this feed, or?
Yeah, you will. I'm not going to be able to do anything this week. Everything's sold out, but I could send you one for next week, the active link, because I have to shut the link down once it sells out, so that people aren't frustrated.
If you can do that, I think that would be great.
Absolutely.
And then you offer gift cards, right?
We do. We offer gift cards, electronic and hard gift cards.
And so those are also on your website?
Yeah.
Can they purchase through your website? Okay.
Yeah.
So we can put all those in the feed. Anything that we can do to encourage supporting our local businesses.
That's awesome.
We'll do that in addition to posting to the chamber page. Is there anything else that, I mean, other than people coming and ordering, is there anything else that the community can do to help continue to support you and your business?
Just come and see us or order online. If you like it, spread the word. If you've ever had our juice or our bowls and you enjoy it, or you don't, give us a Yelp review. If you don't enjoy it, let me know. I need to know. So I can change. We're always looking to improve things. So if you don't have a great experience, I want to hear about it. But absolutely, I want to hear about those good experiences too.
Okay.
Of course.
You're awesome. We can't wait to come.
Oh, thanks.
And try out the product. That's for sure. I need it for inflammation, and Lisa needs it for high blood pressure.
Hey, thanks, Val.
Sorry.
We got you covered.
It's the chamber's fault.
We got you covered.
Thank you.
Right. That's great.
And Tom, how have things been going for you at Central Coast Kayak? Oh, you're on mute.
Oh, busy? Let's see.
There we go.
Hold on, Tom.
There you go.
I'm good.
Oh, good? Okay.
So things have been pretty dynamic here at the shop. Primarily, things didn't start picking up until the second week of July because of the rough weather we had on the water, even though it was hot out. And then we had that second big wave of COVID shutdown. So we did pretty good in May and June, and then we just dropped like a stone, and then we're starting to buoy back up. What we've seen is a lot of both local and out-of-towners coming in, which is great to see. And people are interested in being outdoors, and that's what we do best, is getting people outside where we can be physically distant and have a lot of fun at the same time. We've had to institute a lot of new policies in how we allow people to float through the shop, because we typically have family groups of 6 or 4 or couples. And so a lot of times they're going to be outside on the sidewalk before they even enter the shop. We have signs up there, and we have a pathway that they follow through in the shop, and then we get them down to the water. Our biggest impact, positive impact, I guess, with the streetscape is the sidewalks have gotten a little bit wider. They're a touch cleaner, which is kind of nice. But right at the moment, the streetscape has more negative than positive for us at this point, this stage in the game. But our business is going up at the moment, and we hope that that trend continues into the rest of August.
I hope it does for you too. Tom, I don't know if you remember, but my husband and I, we brought our 2 girls. We had so much fun. The girls loved it. My husband and I were on one kayak, and we had 2 girls on the other. And I did give you a Yelp, and
Thank you.
a Facebook. But yeah, we had so much fun that day. It was a lot of fun. So I really urge all families to get out there on the water. The guide was wonderful. They tell you how to do everything. We got to go into the caves. It was just a really nice morning, and the water was calm for us. So yeah.
And so are you booked for the most part, or are you, I mean, getting business regularly, or how do people go about making reservations with you? If you could talk a little bit about that.
Well, we do have an online reservation system. We've had to kind of pull that back because we do have to kind of limit the number of people booking at a particular time.
Okay.
A lot of our tours are all online, but they are called to book at the moment.
Okay.
Rather than just open, you do it all online because we do have to manage the number of people at any given time at the shop.
So it's better than if people call you to book a reservation.
Absolutely.
Right. Okay.
And our rentals are up as well, which is great. So we have both our rentals, our tours, and then we do retail as well, selling kayaks and other accessories. That's been up when we have the stuff in the shop. That's another story.
And how long have you been there? You've been there a while, right?
I've been with the shop since 2001, and then I've been owner of it since 2016.
Oh, wow.
And Tom, what's your phone number for everybody?
Yes.
It's 805-773-3500. And you can find us at centralcoastkayaks.com on the web. And folks can give us a call. We can set them up. We do ask everybody has the ability to swim. Our minimum age is 12 years old with an adult and a 2-person kayak for our cave tours and our rentals here. And then this year, we're also able to offer younger families with younger kids as young as 8 or who don't swim water opportunity in Morro Bay with our wildlife tour.
Oh, cool.
Wow. Tell me about
tell us about that.
So our wildlife tour, we've partnered with a rental company in Morro Bay. So we're using their equipment, but we're bringing up our guides and our expertise in exploring the amazing little location called Morro Bay. We focus mainly on the wildlife that we have there that we see by the water level or kayaks, such as sea otters, sea lions, harbor seals, whole host of different types of seabirds. We're kind of in the shadow of more rock and of course the old Duke Energy Power Plant. We share with them a little bit about the cultural and natural history of Morro Bay and what makes it such a unique estuary that it's on the United States federally listed estuary list. And so it's pretty cool to be out there. It's relatively flat, calm water, so we can get most people out there on the water. It's a 2-hour tour that we're doing, so it's not super exhausting for a lot of folks. And all of our tours include a little bottle of water, a snack, which is a Cliff Bar, and we take pictures of them on the water, so they don't need to bring your cell phone. You can actually disconnect from technology and enjoy being out in nature.
How often do you do those tours?
Depending on the guide, once again, we're trying to do them 2 to 3 days a week.
Okay. That's
I'm gonna
super
sign
cool
up
to
for
know because my sister was visiting a month or so ago, and that would have been super cool to do that.
Yeah.
But now I know. This is why we do this, you know.
Yeah.
We live around here and we just don't know everything that is available. So we like to put as much out to everybody so they can all take advantage of that. So anything else that you wanted to mention that you guys offer? And what is the most popular request that you guys get there?
Well, our most popular request is our sea cave tour because we have the most accessible sea caves from Mendocino to San Diego. They're close by, not a very long paddle. You know, depending on the conditions, the guides can get you through safely a number of caves or a bunch of caves, depending on your interest or adventure level. And then those folks who just aren't water people, but want to see the area, we've also started renting e-bikes, which is a great way to go from Shell Beach to Pismo Beach and beyond, or Pismo or Shell Beach into Avila. So you can explore the local coastal area by the seat of a bike, but instead of coming back all sweaty, you've got the power of the pedal assist, which is the battery that moves the bike for you.
That's more my pace.
Perfect. We can set you up.
Not so much the water.
Oh, wow, you should do the cave. It's really
Yeah.
beautiful. Yeah, it's amazing to go inside of those.
The water's
You
so
do it.
cold.
So Tom, on the Morro Bay one, do you guys go inside of the wetlands area into where all those, there's that little snaky area through the like wetlands or?
Typically not back that far. It's greatly affected by tide. So that's usually a tough area to get into most days. So we stick mostly to the front of the bay, which is either towards the Morro Bay Museum or towards Morro Rock, depending on the direction of current.
Okay.
That
Thank
is
you.
cool.
Yeah.
Yay.
I want to do that just for the history.
Oh, it's so
know.
fun.
That is awesome. So
Yeah.
you stay pretty busy. How many people do you have there working with you?
Right now we have 13. Typically in the summertime, we're running about 20.
Yeah.
So our
Okay.
staff has really been cut down for a variety of reasons. But right now, the staff that we have here are doing a great job. They're working hard. They're helping out. They're getting people on the water. We do what we can.
Yep. Yep. So are you looking to have a busy weekend this weekend?
This weekend, yeah,
Is those
this weekend will be fairly busy.
Yeah.
We're not sure what it's going to look like from there because of virtual school for a lot of folks.
Oh,
who's
right.
either going to have to be, in a hotel room or a vacation rental or even their own home. So we probably won't be seeing the traffic that we normally see at this time during the week, but weekends will be busy.
Well, thank you for that.
Oh,
That was-
thanks for letting me share.
Absolutely. And we'll be putting your website information here on the feed also for people. So
Thank
hopefully
you.
you'll get some more reservations out of this.
Yay. We love our locals.
And we love our business
You do.
community.
You've
Absolutely.
got some fans that are watching you right now. Somebody says Tom and his crew at CC Kayaks are a real gem in our hood.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Do you have a Facebook presence as well, Tom, that you want to mention?
I'm sorry, what's that, Brian?
Do you have a Facebook presence as well that you want to mention?
We're on Facebook with Central Coast Kayaks. We're also on Instagram, Central Coast Kayaks. We're on Twitter, sort of, learning how to do that. And we're also on Google Business. So, all those platforms.
Good job.
Out
Good
to
job.
us. They can hopefully leave positive reviews. If they have constructive criticism, I'm more than happy to listen to it. But yeah, we're out there as much as we can be.
Nice.
Good for you. Well, again, I know my family, we really enjoyed our day out there with you guys. So it was a lot of fun.
Well, thanks. We enjoy having folks out in the water. It's a great exercise. It's a great opportunity to really explore Pismo Beach, really, and the Central Coast.
Right.
Yeah.
And I love the e-bike idea too. That's a good addition.
Yeah.
All right. That brings us to Brian. How are we today?
I'm doing okay.
Yeah.
Sorry I'm late. Trying to get a hold of the court clerks. The legal industry has been impacted. People might be happy about that. So it's difficult for everybody. The courts aren't moving very efficiently. A lot of people have issues. They need to get filings with the court, and it's a little more difficult. But thankfully, we've got new technology like Zoom, and we also have what we call e-filing. So most of the process continues to march on through those new mechanisms that we're communicating with. So, but I feel bad because my industry, I've been busy. So the law moves to a different, sort of section when one thing shuts down, another thing picks up. So
Right.
One can imagine that people are paying attention to their estate plans right now, frankly. And so we're busy with that, trying to help folks get their estate plans in order, make sure that everything's taken care of. We have been busy. But I'm more focused at this point on my fellow businesses in Shell Beach. It's been a hardship. We started with the construction and everything else, and then all of a sudden COVID piles on top. And so we've really tried to be supportive of the businesses here in Shell Beach, but Pismo Beach in general. Everybody's suffering the same way. But we also want to be safe out there too. Chelsea's an advocate of that, and Tom keeps his numbers to a controllable level. We like to let our guests in the community know that this COVID-19 is a real thing. You can ask Dr. Lebed in my office. We have discussions every day about it, and science is real, and we should do what the leading health officials are telling us, and also strengthen our immune systems by visiting Chelsea and going down and getting something to eat in Shell Beach. A lot of the businesses are open. If they can't have indoor dining, they're either making provisions for, thankfully, and the chamber did a tremendous job, and that is getting the city to agree to allow tables out in the new construction area.
Well, the chamber with the support of residents and fellow business. I mean, it was definitely a joint effort, but
that shows you what the support of the community can do, and what a wonderful job. So, and in addition to that, those who can't set up outdoor seating, they're still staying open. You can call them for delivery. I know I like to go to Maze, so we call in our order and go pick it up, and they're very efficient. So we're trying to throw support to our community and let those who are visiting know, look, it is our community, and we like to keep it clean, and we like to be safe. So, and you don't have to shut down because people are, needing. So,
and in Shell Beach, are people mostly wearing face masks, and are the businesses typically requiring it now in most cases? I mean, it's state mandated now. So
yes. And I don't mean to be offensive, but the Fresno maskers, you need to put your mask on. And so we just went out today, Dr. Lebed and I, we both had our masks on. We both social distance. I don't have it on in the office. There's nobody here right now, but certainly when I meet with clients, I do it in an open air. Thankfully, I have a space out front that I can sit down in a table. I can sit down with clients, but we follow the guidelines. So
now, have any of you been impacted by COVID, or know of a close family member that's been impacted by COVID personally?
Well, there's no proof of it, but I lost my mother at the end of February. So there's no proof of it in the sense that they weren't testing then. But if you listen to how people perish from this virus, it was textbook. It was textbook. And so I just say, I've talked to, and I have as clients, many physicians, doctors, and they will tell you that, and they have in some respects been impacted. They will tell you this is a real phenomenon. It just amazes me that people, even if you think it's a hoax, why not, wear your mask and don't take a chance. You know what I mean? So anyway, sorry to preach.
No, sorry.
I've known people that lost their parents to COVID. I know people that have had very close friends. I haven't had my personal family hit yet, but I know of people that have had someone I do business with, her really close friend who's super healthy, yoga instructor, young, had COVID, was sent home recovering, but still has a lot of residual issues from it. She has to walk around with an oxygen tank right now. And this is a very, very healthy person that didn't have any underlying issues that she was aware of at the time. Who's to say that she didn't, but this was like a picture of health kind of person. And I have an employee that has a family member that tested positive for COVID. It's close to us, and it's getting closer.
Right, right.
Sure, sure.
Well,
I know. Go ahead, Brian.
I was going to say, one of the things when this first started, if you looked at San Luis Obispo County and the numbers in San Luis Obispo County, there was a strong sign that we were doing the right things. We were listening to the experts and we were doing what we were asked to do. And our numbers were down, and deaths in San Luis Obispo County were nominal. And unfortunately, we were engaged in those good practices and then we set them aside. So let's get back to those practices.
Absolutely.
I know 2 people who are not in the county who had it. They're in Colorado, and both healthy individuals. One's a open water swimmer. The other one was a raft guide, very fit woman. And now she's on all kinds of medications that she can't run. She can barely walk around the house. And she got this back in, both of them I think were April. So, we're a little bit away from it, but they have a lot of lasting effects.
Yeah, we've heard a lot of that people that are being affected with COVID are having lasting health effects. So yeah, Brian, I'm again sorry for the loss of your mother, and
Thank you.
Sorry for everybody out there that is going through this. And it is heartbreaking to hear that some people think it's a hoax when if you have a family member or a friend or just know of anybody that has had it, we can definitely say it's not a hoax. So yeah.
Okay, so we have
by Vital Touch.
Vital Touch. Eva.
Hi.
Okay.
There?
Just want now. Do you have video or?
Yeah, I can do that. Hang on one second.
Join the video club. And glad you can join us.
Thank you.
Yay. And sorry, this was kind of last minute, you guys. So I appreciate you guys getting on. We were working on the project with the outdoor dining, and we literally have been consumed with that for the past week or so. And so this kind of got a little bit away from me. So there were several other Shell Beach businesses that we would have had on, and we'll be doing this ongoing. So we will have you all on again at some point. We want to really work with you, Brian, with the Shell Beach Improvement Group and with the businesses in Shell Beach much more than we have been. And we want to be there to advocate for you guys whenever needed and support your businesses and just kind of share in what we do. And we're realizing a lot through COVID ourselves, at the chamber. And so even though we're a small chamber, I think we can accomplish big things and we can help you guys when needed. So welcome, Eva.
We're small but mighty.
Darn straight.
Look what we just did.
I know. Pat ourselves on the back.
Between Pismo Beach, the downtown area business district, how many businesses are in Pismo, and then how many businesses are in Shell Beach?
I bet you Effie will know. Effie? Brian, do you know?
There's about 35 in Shell Beach that I'm aware of, but I don't know about Pismo.
Okay. I'm sure we'll hear soon enough. Brian, do you have any idea?
I could probably look up that information. I know it's obtainable, but I couldn't tell you. I think Tom's probably closest.
Okay.
I'm looking for Pismo downtown. How many businesses are there?
Yeah, we'll.
I think in the downtown corridor area, we have, it's like 300 and something just in the downtown. That's not going to be counting Price Street or, the hoteliers leading into Shell Beach. So, yeah.
Yeah, but we'll get
And then, of course, that's
we'll get a
not
good
counting
number.
the Five Cities area, because we do have the Five Cities area too. So
But you're just talking about like the downtown area, right?
Yeah, that would include Price. So if you did a border between where Highway 1 comes up to meet Shell Beach Road and then Price Street on the on-ramp, if you just made that little square all the way down to Oliver.
Got it.
Or to the
Okay.
pier, how many would be in that square? Because to me, that's the downtown area.
Right. Right.
well,
For
except
sure.
for they always call Price Street is not part of downtown. So
Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
I know.
They also don't usually call Shell Beach Pismo Beach either. So
Right?
I know. What do you guys?
but we are part of Pismo.
Exactly.
You
You are
are.
part of Pismo. You are part of Pismo. And so Eva, we want to welcome you.
Thank you so much.
And Eva's with A Vital Touch. And what is A Vital Touch?
We are a day spa, so we do massage, facials, couples massage, waxing under normal times. Right now, we're just trying to figure it out. So we're doing massage pretty much, and I'm trying to figure out the facial waxing portion of it.
Okay. So you have outdoor services currently, or what's your?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
actually have one space for outside, and then I just talked to Jassy at Fringe, and so I'm going to be renting a like a little spot in her back parking lot area.
Okay.
And so then that way I can work, and then my other massage therapist can work. So we'll have two spaces.
Oh,
That's
good.
great.
And that's going to be, that's going to happen pretty quick here then?
Yeah, next week.
Next week. Okay, perfect. And if people want to book services with you, how do they go about doing that?
They can go on my website,
Okay.
which is a vitaltouchdayspa.com, and then they can book directly from there. Or if they wanted to call, which is 805-773-2206, then I have a bot that can book them for, just right over the phone.
Oh, perfect. Okay. And some of the, do you have packages then? You want to talk about maybe a couple of the more popular packages that you have?
Well, we do have a wellness package. So if somebody buys like a group of 3 to 4, then they get $10 off. I always try to give some type of discount to locals.
That's
So,
always good.
yeah, definitely.
We like that.
And right now, like for tourists, like everything out on the website states 50 minutes, but for locals, we'll do 60.
Okay. Perfect. Okay. And how long have you been in business there in Shell?
Believe it or not, next week it'll be 18 years.
Oh my
Wow.
goodness. Good for
Good
you.
for you.
Wow.
That's
So you
excellent.
have to have like a really
Wow.
big loyal following, I would think.
Yeah, we do have a lot of locals, and then even some people that come on a regular basis that don't live locally.
Uh-huh.
But it's always been a journey. You have
Yeah.
people come and then people move out of the area. So
Why?
18 years has been, I know, 18 years has been,
Wow. You've
yeah,
seen a
learning
lot.
experience.
I'm like, you've seen a lot.
I have.
So what's your take on the streetscape and I'm sure, like these guys were saying that it impacted you guys in a negative way, and unfortunately now we have COVID, but can you foresee that here in the near future it's actually going to be a good thing, or where are you with that?
Well, it's beautiful. Definitely needed something done. It has impacted us in a negative way in the sense that it's been, just about 2 years. So like even today, I was doing one massage and they were doing what sounded like jackhammering outside.
Nice.
So it's definitely not, I was just thinking it was just so like ridiculous that I'm trying to give a relaxing massage and then there's all this construction work going on right there.
Yeah.
And it's something that can't be masked. I have like my white noise, so it makes water sounds and the music, but of course you can't drown that out. Hopefully I know that it is definitely an improvement where it looks beautiful. It's harder for parking now. And even if you have to parallel park, we only have 3 slots allotted to outside our business for 6 businesses, I believe. And so when they parallel park, it actually stops. And of course, on Windward, it seems like nobody stops at that stop sign. They just kind of tap it and go. So if you do have to parallel park, like they're right on your rear. So, they have to back up, or you just, say, forget it, and then just go all the way around and try it again. So that's hard. And I think that the streets are very narrow now, so that concerns me.
Right. So it's kind of like one of those things where We just got to kind of see after everything's completely done and how it plays out.
Yeah, but I'm loving the bike trail that's across the street.
Yeah.
Yeah, looks beautiful. I like the way that they opened up the fencing too along the freeway area. I think it looks really nice. And the lights, I think, are beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Lots of pictures of those coming through on social media.
Yeah,
That's for sure.
Towards our end of the block, the lights haven't turned on yet, though.
Oh, do we have an ETA on the lights, or I thought
the lights were on.
the lights were on.
They are.
They're on, but they're not on the leeward to, I think, right past Soros. There's a big chunk
Oh, okay.
that it's pitch black dark there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, probably rewiring. But if you see what
Yeah.
they look like, it's kind of like Disneyland after dark. It's lit up out there.
Okay.
You definitely feel safe walking really late
Right.
at night.
Yeah,
Because everybody can see everything.
it's quite a big adjustment. Yeah,
Good.
that's what I hear from what it was to what it is now. So,
And you
Yeah.
can land a plane there.
But I have to say, now I'm going to switch over to sort of being Shell Beach Improvement Group.
so talk
But-
a little bit about Shell Beach Improvement Group, how long it's existed, you know, how it came about and what it is about, if you would.
Been in existence now how many years? It's well over 15, I believe,
Okay.
at this point. And my mom was one of the original founders of the Shell Beach Improvement Group. I was busy with Dinosaur Caves Preservation Society and other things. And so mom really got involved with Shell Beach Improvement Group. I haven't been on the board. I recently came onto the board and then recently undertook the position of president. I've been encouraging members of our community to join Shell Beach Improvement Group, to get on the board. And it's not just about business. You know, we look to the chamber to look at after the business interest. We are a community, and we were talking about the Shell Beach identity. It really is sort of focused on the Shell Beach community, different projects. Shell Beach Improvement Group helped get the original, when you come into Shell Beach by Dinosaur Caves, the speed sign that shows you what your speed is.
Right.
A lot of people really aren't aware of how fast they're going sometimes. And so we got that original sign, was about trying to create traffic calming. There were art cans before the cans that they just put out now. We had art cans. We had artists in Shell Beach who painted some trash cans because the city didn't have any trash cans out there then. We put in mutt mitts on different property owners' property along Shell Beach Road, so that people would be able to clean up after themselves. A lot of people in the community who have dogs, love dogs in Shell Beach. And Shell Beach is really sort of a laissez-faire community that a lot of people who live here love to experience it. We don't just stay in our houses. We like to get out and interact with the other community members. And so Shell Beach Improvement Group was really started to sort of reinforce that aspect of the community. But the streetscape was one of the main issues that Shell Beach Improvement Group started with. The participants from Shell Beach Improvement Group helped to get the undergrounding done. That was the main issue, is getting all the electrical underground.
That was a huge thing. Yeah.
Yeah, and get the poles down.
Right.
So we have this streetscape project. Shell Beach Improvement Group did sort of, was the impetus behind moving that forward. And the idea was, look, so I worked with Dinosaur Caves Preservation Society, Dr. Lebet and myself, and Ted Ehring and Marilee Hyman. And we said, if we can do this with Dinosaur Caves Preservation Society, why can't we do it with the entirety of Shell Beach? So, for example, if Shell Beach School needs supplies or something for the kids, the focus of Shell Beach Improvement Group is to help out there. Or if our neighborhood needs help in some way, then our focus is there as well. We've talked about the streets coming up to Shell Beach Road, whether you're on Leeward or you're on Palomar or one of those streets, you know, people come down those streets fairly quickly, and there are children that live on those streets. And so whether it's getting signs for the streets, or whether it's trying to get the city to join Neighborhood Watch or My Cop or whatever it is, but to interface for law enforcement and just community protection as well. So that's Shell Beach Improvement Group. And we are right now sort of focused on our businesses, because we've noticed that the business community has been severely impacted,
Right,
for a number of reasons. But we're coming back, and we want to work with the chamber, and we want to promote our businesses, and we want people to enjoy the community. And the issue of Shell Beach, I always say to people, when you go to San Diego, La Jolla is part of San Diego. Uptown or Hillcrest is part of San Diego. When you go there, they actually have a sign that says Hillcrest. You go downtown San Diego, and they call that the Gas Lamp District. So Shell Beach has always been identified as Shell Beach, and people identify in their community as it being Shell Beach. When I go downtown Pismo, I go downtown Pismo. But I recognize that everything from the outlets to over to El Portal is part of Pismo Beach. So.
good job. You've done a lot.
You know, we're talking about how long you've been in business, and I had to do a declaration for a case I was working on, and I had to state how long I've been in practice. And I had to look at my certificate for when I got it from the bar, and I looked, and it turns out I've been in practice here for 28 years in Shell Beach. So
Wow.
Jeez,
That's great.
wow, amazing.
Fantastic.
Almost
Bravo,
30,
Brian.
almost 30.
almost 30.
Jeez.
Ah,
Old, getting old. But I've loved to see, you know, Shell Beach stays the same, but it changes. It's like that Paul Simon song. You know, everything stays the same, but it changes.
Right.
And hopefully for the best. And we've had some great community advocates who've tried to preserve aspects of Shell Beach that should be preserved. Main thing that we're hoping to see, one of my big priorities, and I'm going to speak personally, is to see the black holes that have popped up along Shell Beach Road filled with projects that are consistent with the way our community looks.
yeah.
And we got a couple good projects presented. They're not moving. And the main thing that you hear from most of the people in Shell Beach is we need to get those projects started and going. And I get it. There's some debate about what color it should be and what style of tile or whatever. But, you know, for the most part, people in Shell Beach want to see those areas filled in and businesses come in, because as they say, with the tide, all boats rise, right, Tom?
Well, just know that the Pismo Chamber is here to help support you guys and have your back in any way, shape, or form. And even I told, you know, you, Brian, the other day that, you know, if you need additional support behind you because you're busy doing your job. I mean, we totally understand. Lisa and I are trying to run our own business and try to continue our volunteer job of running the chamber. And so we have our secretary, Jeanette, who helps us. And if, you know, I had Denise today, one another board member, calling on businesses in Shell Beach because Jeanette's not feeling well. And so we have our ambassador team, you know, behind us also. So we have a flurry of people behind us to assist us with different efforts. And they were actually instrumental to some of our board that helped us contact businesses for the outdoor dining to get support there, contact businesses. So
I'll tell you, the businesses and I and everybody else appreciate the efforts that you went to in getting that. I mean, it was a common sense issue. It was an issue, you know, these are extraordinary times, and they always say there's always an exception to the black letter law. I mean, help the businesses today, stay safe. Don't encourage a situation that makes people want to cut the corners or cheat. And when I say cheat, I mean, you know, try to get people in their doors because they want to survive,
Right.
but they're making everybody unsafe.
right.
So this is a common sense alternative that everybody enjoys, and everybody's excited about the ability just to sit outside and dine. And
Yes.
hey, we'll enjoy the streetscape. You know, you'll see people going by.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's the whole point here. And before you guys got on, we were kind of touching on that with Chelsea, because there's a process, and I'll have Lisa kind of go through what that process is just in summary, because I think I know Shell Beach Brew House set up, and then the K rails, and I think they had to remove them. So I'm gonna have Lisa kind of go over, who's working very closely with the city and with Sean at Cool Cats, and just what the process is for those businesses that are going to set up outdoor dining, what needs to happen, and the order that it needs to happen in.
So how it works is, number one, you have to get the city put on your insurance. So you have to call your insurance company, add the city of Pismo Beach onto your insurance. Once you have that certificate, and most of the businesses, they've been getting it back within 24 hours. There are 3 sheets from the city that have to be filled out. And then you can email all of that to Erin Olson at Pismo Beach, and her information. If anybody listening wants that information, I can email you the forms. But once you get all those 3 forms and your insurance off to the city, then we can add K-rails in front of your business. No K-rails can come in front of your business until the city has the insurance papers, especially.
And if you have an area that's going to serve alcohol, you're going to touch on ABC.
Right. And then again, if you are going to serve alcohol in front of your business, you have to contact ABC so that you can go online, go to ABC, and I believe it's form number 253. You fill out the form, you pay them $100. You do have to do a little sketching of where your restaurant is, and then what you're going to be doing outside of on the street area or sidewalk. You supply them with the form, the drawing, $100, and again, ABC is working really fast. They're getting stuff done within 24 hours. So you can have your certificate to be serving outside as soon as you get the paperwork and the money in for that. Now with ABC, normally you go in there, but right now what ABC is doing is you call them, you let them know that you're out front, what your car looks like. They come out to your car and they get your paperwork and your money, and then they'll call you back the next day to tell you to come pick up your certificate. So it seems like it's relatively moving fast for people. I know over at Hot Shots, he called his insurance company today and already has the city listed as an insurer on his insurance. So,
and then the K-rails, they're having to incur that expense, each individual business.
Right. So I spoke to a K-rail company today that's going to be getting back with me on securing 32 more K-rails. I know United Rentals in SLO also has K-rails. But because of Paso and SLO already moving on that stuff, it's a little harder to find the K-rails, but we are finding them. So, and we're letting people know that we need more. So as soon as we know, if you know and you need our help, please call the chamber. You can call me. I'll give you my cell phone number. It's 818-400-2455. Please don't call me after midnight.
And
I do like to sleep.
I'll list both of our phone numbers for you guys. So yeah, anybody that's in need of or just has questions about maybe their areas, give Lisa or I a call, or a text message is always really good.
Right.
I'd like to say we're pretty responsive. I mean, there's been a good amount of businesses contacting us throughout this, and whether they're Facebook messaging us or they're text messaging us, again, I like to think that we're pretty responsive and we're getting back to people as soon as we can. If there's a specific situation that maybe you've messaged the city and they've not gotten back to you, whatever that might be, let the chamber know or copy us on the emails that are being submitted to the city. We want to stay involved in the process and help facilitate this as it gets up and running. And we're super excited to have it up and running.
Yes.
And to be able to encourage people, to start the marketing process of, come downtown, come to Shell Beach for outdoor dining. We're now ready to go. It's beachside outdoor dining. Like, who else can have that, right? So it's been a long time coming. and we're super excited to have it. And, thank you to the city council and to Jim for seeing this through, and to everybody that helped us on this project, because it was a pretty big undertaking. Again, I can't thank Sean at Cold Cats enough for the logistics, and his mind just has that thinking that he knows all the guy stuff that we don't know, so that's super helpful to have that kind of team behind you. So it's been learning for each and every one of us, but I have never seen a group come together as strong as we have. And again, if there's anything we can ever do for you guys, we want you to truly know that we're there for Shell Beach also. Don't ever think that we're not. Yes, Tom?
So with Shell Beach and the beautiful streetscape that will eventually be finished, how can the Pismo Chamber and the city of Pismo help to promote the new look of Shell Beach and help draw people to Shell Beach as an area, rather than, me putting up a little sign saying, come visit the kayak shop? We want them to visit all of Shell Beach. We want them to get a massage and, check in with, look at real estate and have a juice and, do your estate planning and go to the grocery store and buy some, or sandwiches at Sandoz. How can the chamber help promote us once we get through this process?
So that's a good question. Now, when Jeanette Trumpeter, the city, paid money to bring Jeanette Trumpeter out and to give updates about the streetscape, which was inadvertently advertising your businesses at the time. So I'm hoping that was effective for you guys, and that did something, because there was a budget for that. I can't speak to the city to say that that's going to be something that's ongoing. However, we are in conversations in regards to that. And if the city isn't able at the time, for whatever reason, that the chamber will step in and we'll work with you, Brian, to kind of figure out something that works for everybody. Now, we have the ability, obviously, to do a lot of marketing in a lot of different ways. If it's on our social media pages and outlets and our email blasts, and that's all stuff that we manage internally, and there's not a lot of cost involved there. However, if we wanted to put a campaign together and put it on KSBY, we're a local nonprofit, so they would give us discounted rates. And if everybody pitches in, then great, then we've got something. But it's hard to say that, we would be the one to incur the cost if that's what it comes to, or if we could all divvy it up and everybody share the cost, or if the city's willing to put anything. We're not going to know that until we have that conversation with them and see if there's any budget left to do anything like that. So, but you can be assured that with just the outlets that we have available to us, our reach just on our social media outlets is pretty significant. And the majority of the valley that is coming here is connected to our pages and is part of our email blast. Because as you know, the events that we put on, whether it's Taste of Pismo or the wine walks that we're doing, we have databases of all of those people also. So we have a lot of internal marketing opportunities outside of, having Noble Productions in their back pocket, who produces video content, on it. Like that. So, and doing things like this,
And we did do the Shell Beach stroll where we did visit the restaurants,
yes.
But Tom will definitely start promoting the Shell Beach businesses and restaurants more on our Facebook page. And anytime you have anything that you're promoting on your Facebook page, you can go ahead and tag the Pismo Beach Chamber of Commerce. That will put it onto our page also. And we have over 6,000 people. I think we're almost at 7,000 people that are on our Facebook page. So use us, tag us, use us, and your stuff will come on with us.
We have over 7,000 people following us, and our growth just during COVID has been quite a bit. I looked at our website in the last 28 days, and we've had 4,000 hits on our website. So people are definitely coming to our pages. They're wanting to know what's open, what's going on in Pismo Beach. I would expect that they're waiting for the outdoor dining, and so we're working with Visit Pismo because they're compiling a list of all the places that are going to be available for outdoor dining. And I don't know if each of you have looked at the Visit Pismo website. No, that's a website that gets huge amounts of traffic, huge. And so I don't know if your businesses are listed there, but if they're not, then that might be an opportunity to have them listed there. And if you need somebody to work on it as a liaison on your behalf, then the chamber can do that and work directly with Gordon and and all of those that facilitate that. So we have direct contacts with who manages that site in addition to Gordon, who oversees all of the tourism. So those are all things that we can help with, but you guys are an advantage because you have Visit Pismo behind you in addition to the Chamber of Commerce. I mean, they're the big dogs. It's huge. It's all tourism based. So there's no reason why I don't see that some of your businesses could also be on there and to help promote, because basically each of you is helping support all of your neighbors, you know, because people are coming to do certain things and then they're going to see other businesses and they're going to want to take advantage of that too. So it's a whole experience.
Definitely.
So hopefully that answers your question.
Do you guys know who is in charge of that billboard, the Pismo billboard over in Shell Beach?
That's the cities.
Okay.
Yeah, I would think that's Gordon, right?
Yes, I believe so, because it's
Tourism.
the Experience Pismo.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe we could get an experience Shell Beach.
They could share it.
Half and half.
So, did we want to close on maybe the cleanup that we do every Sunday?
We will. So again, all of you, feel free, tag the business. I'm going to go on and just look at some of your sites, and I'll share them onto our sites too. So Pismo Beach Chamber, go on to that. So every Sunday we do beach cleanup. So I'm down there at 8 o'clock in the morning in the Pier Plaza. I offer masks, gloves in various sizes, and trash bags. So if you, your friends, or anybody listening, if you'd like to come down and help us clean the beaches, we are down there every Sunday at 8 o'clock in the morning. Love to have you. Some Sundays are worse than others. Last Sunday was a very heavy trash day, but a couple before that wasn't so bad. So.
And some of us are taking our trash bags and, you know, I know my boyfriend and I, like, we literally walked the streets of Pismo Beach and we picked up trash off of the streets because they were pretty bad on Pomeroy. So, you know, to each his own. You don't even have to do it during the actual cleanup. You know, if you want to go take a walk and enjoy the sunset and pick up some trash, then we appreciate it. We know it's unfortunate that we have to do it, but, you know, we want to keep our beach clean.
So, Lisa,
Yes.
Having been a former harbor commissioner, I can tell you that there are also some grants from the Coastal Commission and Coastal Conservancy that help fund beach cleanup. So just FYI, they make some pretty cool T-shirts that go along with it. So maybe you want to look into that.
Good to know.
Thank you, Brian.
Yeah, thanks for that. That would be awesome.
Well, and I happen to know somebody with the Coastal Commission, Jim. So
Yeah.
thank you. Never even thought of that.
No,
Thanks.
no, that's a bonus. Okay, well, thank you again to the Shell Beach businesses that joined us here today. And anything anybody can do out there to help support the businesses of Shell Beach, please do so. Even if you can't get out of your house, buying a gift card, whatever it is, it's showing support. And go out and enjoy the beautiful streetscape. I mean, you know, they put a lot of money into that. So walk it and slowly check out all the businesses that are there. So they're trying to survive just like everybody else. And it's really important, more so than ever.
And for those folks who are coming to Shell Beach and either visiting the businesses in person or online, if you're a Shell Beach Improvement Group member, which is open to anybody, no matter where you live, there are discounts available.
Okay.
For these businesses in Shell Beach.
Okay. And I'll put all of your guys' website links on this feed here so anybody can get to any of you. And I hope people do good services with you, and definitely Chelsea will be over there to have some of that yumminess.
See, I think we should go do kayaking and then go have a massage and then go to Joy.
Oh yeah.
That's awesome.
Good triangle there.
Plan your estate and then plan your estate.
And where does poor Brian come in?
Oh, Brian, I don't know. We'll just say
You can
hi.
join us. You can join us.
I'm good. You know, so I like to know that my other business friends are doing well. So
Nice.
Well, Brian, you help the chamber out all the time. So
Yes, you do. Absolutely, he does, and we appreciate all the help very much. So
I think I need to go kayaking again.
You probably do.
The thing is, it's funny because we have all these people that live here and they drive by and they look out at the ocean and they never see the coastline the other way. They never look back onto shore.
You're right.
And
That
it's
is
amazing
so
to get out there and be looking back. And you're not necessarily going to get wet, Valerie. It's a kayak, and he's got wetsuits. So it's
a total different perspective. It
Yeah,
really
just get out there and
is.
float on the surf, you know, and
Okay. We'll see. Maybe you'll have a video coming soon. We'll see.
good.
Cal, maybe we'll do Morro Bay first to kind of.
I like that. Yeah, that's a cool idea. All right, cool. Thanks again, everybody. Really appreciate
Thank you,
you.
everybody.
Hang in there.
Very much.
Stay strong.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Bye.
much.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.